So you're a wise guy, eh? Well, if you want to be in a gang, you're going to have to prove you've got the right stuff. Like stealing candy from a baby, shaking the ladder of a guy working on the sidewalk, or helping an old lady halfway across the street and then leaving her in the middle. These are all important cornerstones of being a goon, but the job doesn't just stop there. There's complicated mental tasks, such as spotting a guy who's just minding his own business, unwilling to fight back, or knowing when to keep your trap shut, like when the boss is meeting with one of his associates. The job isn't for everyone, but if you can prove that you're not as dumb as you look, you might just be able to secure yourself a promising career as one of the worst guys in town. Life in Switchblade City can be violent and unnerving, but if you can lay low and play it cool, you might just find some info that saves your skin. And that's what we're here to do today. So come with me, as we crack some skulls and run out of bubblegum, cogitating on this confounding conjecture. What are the best bars in Fallen Aces? Yeah! All right, so our first stop is the comic book shop Speakeasy. The comic book shop Speakeasy is located in one of the more dank and desolate, secluded sections of Lower Umburgh. But, you know, we're happy to have a comic book shop in the neighborhood. You know, support the fine arts and all that, and, you know, giving Jack Kirby a job and all that good stuff. On the outside, it looks pretty fun. It looks pretty nice. It's got like a sort of a theater marquee going on. It looks kind of a high production for a comic book shop. Inside the comic book shop, we've got, you know, a comic book shop. Yeah! It's kind of what you would expect. Got the cardboard cutout of Keen Eye, which I haven't read that one, but I assume it's one of the hot new comic books all the kids are reading. Marvel hasn't gotten their grubby paws on it yet, but, you know, give it some time, folks. The night is young. Yeah, you know, he's got a nice spacious feel to the comic book shop. You know, maybe they have like a board game night here or something. You know, it's not really packed to the brim with comics. But this is more of a bar review. I'm not here to, you know, poke holes in, you know, the validity of this comic book shop. So, you know, we got our little secret area here that will take us up into the comic book shop Speakeasy. So let's go inside and see what's going on in there. Now we gotta take care of these goons real quick. Anyways, so yeah, here we are in the actual Speakeasy that we're lining up to see what's going on in here. So, you know, we got the billiards and the roulette table and well, it's not just billiards, it's pool. Or wait, no, that's the same thing. I'm thinking of snooker. Apologies to the British people who know what that is. I'm probably saying it wrong. Snooker. But anyways, we don't have a snooker table. We have a pool table, the regular kind that regular people play. Anyways, so I like the aesthetic here. I like the vibe. We got, you know, the wood paneling. We got some pictures on the wall. I don't know who those guys are. The pictures, some of them kind of feel like what you would see in a Subway or like a Jimmy John's. It's not like inspiring artwork, but you know, it's run-of-the-mill decor. That's gonna make it feel a little more like home than just having, you know, the blank wallpaper to stare at while you're playing pool or roulette all day. So this is a real gambler's paradise. Have you ever noticed a lot of my videos have casino games in them?
This episode is brought to you by ScamDuel Fartbook. Make money fast with no risk with ScamDuel Fartbook. Bet all of your money. What's the worst that could happen? You're basically guaranteed to win. Did you know that 90% of bettors stop betting right before they win big? I hate to be one of those losers, am I right, guys? Nowhere to go but up from here. And you can even make same-game parlays whenever your little Rain Man Spidey sense hits you. Like, oh, I just know I'm going to win. This is a lock, I swear. There's no way I could lose. You gotta believe me. These parlays will have you screaming like, help! Help me! Help! Sign up today for free and start betting right now. ScamDuel Fartbook. It's practically free money. for us. Check the link in the description and use the coupon code Mr. Scum for 3 free scam bucks. Count 'em. Thanks so much to Scamduel Fartbook for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to it.
I feel like you could use a little bit more comfy seating in here, you know. Get your wooden chairs, but if these guys, if the owners of the Speakeasy really want people to have a prolonged gambling session, a real Sopranos style card game where the Sports Authority owner gambles all of his business's money away, they're going to need some comfier chairs. You know, that's like a 12-hour game. You get to that point. And someone's 55 boxes of ZD in. Sopranos watchers will know what I'm talking about. So I guess these are some of the horses that you could gamble on. Hey, Pony Soprano, I was just talking about him.
Take it easy.
And Glucifer is crazy, bro. Glucifer. Yo, put 20 bones on Glucifer, all right, barkeep. Speaking of barkeep, the bar top is that's pretty nice. You know, it's nothing. It's not really a bar, but you know, in lieu of anything else, it's something that you could set your drink on, and I think it gives it a pretty decent vibe. It's better than sitting in your living room. So yeah. Anyways, it's a little bit cramped. You know, there's not a ton of space in here. Really, you probably don't get a lot of turnover. Is that what that word means? Turnover. And when people are getting all up in each other's space in the high tension gambling environment, I'm sure you're going to have a little bit of trouble, a little bit of riffraff. People starting scuffles every now and again. But you know, we got not a great view, not the best view that I've seen, but it's a view, and that'll do. So yeah, I mean, not bad for an independent joint, but I think we could find something a little bit better here in Switchblade City. All right, let's get the heck out of here. So, yeah, that was the Comic Book Shop Speakeasy. The Comic Book Shop Speakeasy is a cozy little gambling hall tucked away in the corner of Nightingale Street in Lower Umburgh. It's located on the top floor of a comic book shop with a secret entrance, so it really provides an air of exclusivity and secrecy. And aren't secrets fun? It's a smoky, dimly lit little room with a roulette wheel, pool and poker tables, dartboard, and odds for horse racing, so get ready to lose some money. The decor and wood furniture give it a classy feel, so you don't feel like you're slumming it, but the room is pretty small, so it might start to feel claustrophobic if you have more than just a handful of people in there. Also, the shortage of comfortable seating is going to affect the amount of time you'd want to spend there, assuming that you aren't super invested in whatever game you're playing. A cool spot, but lacking in some of the accommodations that would grant it a truly high-tier recommendation. So, I'm going to have to give the Comic Book Shop Speakeasy a 7.8. So our next stop is a little place called Harold's Bar. Harold's Bar is located on the other side of town. Which direction? Not particularly specified. So you know, we're gonna go to the other side of town and see what it's like over there. You know, what's the feel like? Is the grass greener? Well, I guess we'll find out. So yeah, Harold's Bar. Let's go there now. Also, in case you didn't know, this spot is from Chapter 1 of Episode 1 of Fallen Aces. The next locations will contain some level design spoilers for 2 other chapters of Episode 1. Fallen Aces is a really great game, and it's probably best going in completely blind. So if you want to avoid spoilers, stop watching now, go and buy Fallen Aces on Steam, and after you beat Episode 1, come back here and we'll check out the rest of their best bars. So you do that now, and I'll be waiting for you here until you're done. Oh, hey, you're back. Sick game, right? What'd you think of Chapter 4? Yeah, me too. Anyways, Harold's Bar. Let's go there now. So, here we are at Harold's Bar. Harold's Bar, other side of town. That's what it looks like. It's a cool looking place, little corner spot. Plate glass windows. It's right next to the train, so it might be a little noisy if that bothers you. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool looking spot. A little bit of a rundown part of town, but it's, you know, Harold's Bar, nicest building on the block. I love that sign. It looks like like a license plate, or like the sign for a gas station, like in an old horror movie, like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Very sick sign. Love that. So let's go inside and see what's going on in there. Yeah, look at this place. It's actually kind of cool. It's got like a pretty cool feel. I like the the plate glass windows. You're gonna get plenty of sun in the room. Look at those plaster medallions up on top of the ceiling. That looks great. Lots of seating. You got your tables. You got a really nice bar. You got your booths. But just a ton of goons in here. Whole bunch of mooks. I'm not digging that part. Look at that. I tossed a cigarette and they're looking around like someone broke a bottle or something. Look at these idiots. So this place is located in Vendetto territory. So, you either have to pay a bribe to get here or, be in a gang full of morons, which is probably worse. It looks like, they got a menu here. So there's presumably a kitchen in the back. Get like a sandwich, maybe some soup. I probably wouldn't try the soup. I'm sure the sandwiches here are fine. How can you mess up a sandwich? You got some nice wood floor, a lot of knickknacks on the wall, like a Fuddruckers. What's an even older style, like or like a Johnny Rockets or some crap like that. Anyways, I kind of like the tile floor, but they could really like use someone to mop up that tile there. It is not looking good. Would it kill them to hire a janitor? Am I right, folks? Come on, guys. Yeah, and then we got this, the bar area, the bartender. Hello, civilian merchant. Didn't even bother to give you a name, huh? That's unfortunate. Anyways, let's play a little bit of pool. I'll break, all right? Let's go. Best 2 out of 3? All right, you guys, I think you guys are working with a loaded pool table. You guys are just scamming everybody out here, aren't you? So yeah, look at these booths. They look pretty cozy. I can't imagine any of the goons sitting at the booth here. This seems like a place that like a family would sit at and have lunch or something like that. Speaking of which, but I can't really picture any of these goons. I think that their toxic masculinity would keep them from sitting in a booth.
Oh yeah?
I think that they would think that it's like too effeminate to sit in a booth.
Internet.
We're gonna go to the rooftop here, and look at one of our favorite things on this channel, and that's a bird's eye view. So we're gonna hop up on the roof and see what the bird's eye view of the neighborhood looks like. That looks like a fun little level over there. And if you want to play it, order Fallen Aces on Steam and probably some other platforms too. Fallen Aces, Episode 2 coming soon. Or maybe even out now by the time you watch this video. Who knows? Time is funny like that, isn't it, folks? Anyways, we've got a nice little bird's eye view of the neighborhood here. We got, the buildings with some ivy growing on the side. That's very emotive, very expressive. Little corner street. I love how the little guys move down there. They look like little ants. And I'm a giant up in the sky. Speaking of sky, check out that skybox, folks. Wow, it's all moving pretty fast. Those clouds are zooming. Must be a windy day, or I don't know, maybe the Earth just spins faster in this instance of reality. All right, let's get the heck out of here. So, yeah, that was Harold's Bar. Harold's Bar is an interesting little spot located on Marigold Street on the other side of town. It's a nice big room with lots of appealing accommodations and fixtures. It's got a huge wraparound bar with lots of seating and menu options, so it would be a great place to take the kids for lunch. Theoretically, putting all of the grit and grime aside, this place is stationed firmly in Vendetto turf, so it is just swarming with goons. I mean, just chock full of them, which is a shame because there are a lot of things I like about Harold's Bar. I like the plate glass windows and the cozy booths. I like the stained glass ceiling lamps and the plaster medallions. But the clientele and the inability to even get here without paying a bribe is keeping this place from achieving anything other than an acceptable score. So, I'm going to have to give Harold's Bar an 8.2. So our last stop is a place called the Moth Flame. The Moth Flame is located in downtown Switchblade City, which is the nice part of town. So, grab your tuxedos and your diamond necklaces and your fancy handbag, and let's head on down to the Moth Flame. So, yeah, Moth Flame. Let's go there now. And here we are at the Moth Flame. Wow, look at that impressive facade. Yeah, now that looks fancy. We got neon sign. We love a neon sign on this channel. Very nice. Nice location, swanky part of town. And we got the Fitz Hotel over there. If you're visiting from out of town. And look, we got a trolley, so public transportation. If you can't borrow your parents' car. Oh, and look at that! The moon. That's why I love the moon. Anyways, yeah. So there's something nice about the city lights when it's nighttime and it's dark out, but it's lit up like it's the daytime. Something special about that. But enough talking. Let's go inside and see what's going on in there. So, we got the nice entrance. Pretty cool. Coat check. Coat check is fancy. We got the Barnes & Noble type mural here. The Barnes & Noble cafe mural with all of the writers and stuff. No, it's nice. It's actually cool. It's a little fancier than that. Yeah, but we got nice light fixtures. They spared no expense for this place, and you really gotta appreciate that. Just might want to mop up this water here. I think it's a bit of a slipping hazard. Let's check out the coat check room. Just coats, huh? I don't know what I was expecting. That's why they call it the coat room. It's where they keep the coats and nothing else. Moving on. Looking good so far. Let's head into the ballroom. Wow, look at this place. With a white tablecloth, champagne. We've got a stage for a band. Look at those the booths over there. Those long benches. That's pretty cool. Whoa. That guy is walking like he's got somewhere to go. Anyways, loving this place. Great big stage, grand piano. Got the zigzaggy floor tile. Is it a tile? I don't think it's tile. It's like marble. Zigzaggy marble. How do you even do that? I'm not a stonemason. You got to ask them, I guess. Let's look around. Let's explore a little bit. See what they got going on over here. What's a song from this time, this era? Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather. Thank you. I'll be here all week, folks. Tip your bartenders, whatever. Anyways, let's get back to it. So yeah, we've got a nice stage view, a big grand stage. You could fit a whole big band up here. You could have Glenn Miller and his orchestra going you know how the rest goes. So yeah, so the stage is great. No critiques on the stage. I'll give you a little view if you were singing, if you were Lena Horne singing up here. This is what your view would look like. So, pretty nice. This is probably where I would want to be gigging. I don't think I would want to be doing gigs at Harold's Bar. Doesn't seem like they would pay very well. So, yeah, very, very nice bar over here. I think I can get down with this. This looks like the same menu from Harold's Bar, but, maybe the whole town, they just have the same, menu chalkboard guy who just distributes the same chalkboard for, a price that you just can't beat. But yeah, the bar looks nice. We got 4 beers on tap, and we also got a nice little selection of liquor in the background there. A variety of glassware. So, depending on, I guess, the type of drink that you get, you might get a different kind of glassware. So that's pretty cool. Don't see that everywhere. Nice comfy stools. I could see myself sitting on that stool and watching the music for a little bit. Even if I came here solo, I'd be like, hey, the band's kicking, let's have another one. It doesn't seem like the kind of place you're buying around for the house. Sounds like it would be expensive. Anyways, let's check out this game area over here. Whoa, look at that game area. We got 3 pool tables. So, we definitely got some pool sharks in here. They're definitely going to be seeing some action. And we can see we got a dartboard in the background. So, if you're into darts, you can come here for your dart night. But again, it feels like if you're coming out for dart night, you're probably going to go to a place that's a little more affordable than the Moth and Flame. This feels like special night out kind of a place. And hey, we got a cool little lounge area. You can smoke your cigar or your pipe or whatever, your cigarette, and just lounge out. You can get down with that. Hello, sir. Civilian male. Yep. That's crazy, man. For real? Anyways, I gotta get the heck out of here. See you later. Stay safe in Switchblade City. Oh. It looks like there's a little bit of an argument. You hate to see it. The chips are on the table, tensions get high. Oh, just a tragedy. But that's poker, right? What, right, gang? A gang. Check out the lounge area over here. I mean, I could see myself lounging here. Nice little waiting room. You're waiting to meet up with somebody or something. You're listening to the baseball game on the radio for some reason while you're out. The lounge seems like a pretty good place to do it. And bathrooms, it's a bathroom. It's not the kind of place you really want to spend your time, but it's nice to know that they have one here. At least it's not the trough style urinal. The baseball trough style urinal like we saw in the Deus Ex video. But yeah, it's fine. Let's move on. Let's check out the top floor here at the Moth and Flame. Nice. Look at this place. This would be a great place to watch the band, I think. I think I would do that every once in a while. We'd go like, hey, who's playing at the Moth and Flame? And I'll just order a drink and then watch them from up on the stool and the small tables, the Barnes and Noble cafe tables that they have up here. But man, look at that bird's eye view. We love a bird's eye view on this channel, and we got 2 in this video. That's pretty good. The feel is surprisingly different from the ground floor. I can't really put my finger on what it is. I mean, maybe it's like the wraparound booths. Just like the lack of white tablecloths, the furnishings are a little bit different. Maybe like the red tapestries are kind of I don't know, just giving it a more secluded sort of a feel, kind of like a fly on the wall sort of a vibe to the top part of the Moth and Flame. And let's check out the second bar here at the Moth and Flame. Looks pretty good. I mean, I think the bar on the bottom floor looks better, but I kind of like the vibe on the top floor. So I think I would put up with the, less fancy feeling bar, just so that I can be close to the better seat, the preferable seating, the seating I would prefer at the Moth and Flame, personally. I mean, the stools are still cushioned too, so That's better than a lot of places you're going to get in this town. You'll nary find a cushioned stool here in Switchblade City, but here at the Moth and Flame, they got them. Pull up a stool. They're comfy, folks. All right, let's get the heck out of here. So, yeah, that was the Moth and Flame. Ring-a-ding-ding, baby! The Moth and Flame is the premier hotspot located on Albert Street in downtown Switchblade City. It offers a plethora of accommodations that appeals to a wide variety of unique tastes. It has a lavish ballroom with white tablecloths and champagne, so be sure to wear something nice. A grand stage capable of fitting a large band. A game room with pool, darts, and poker tables, and 2 bars, one on each floor. So if you want a nightcap with a nice bird's eye view, you won't have to venture far. The decor of this place is impeccable, second to none. So don't come here trying to pinch pennies. But if you're looking for a place that is sure to impress, the Moth and Flame will certainly help you make a statement. Which is why I'm proud to award the Moth and Flame our coveted 10 out of 10. Great job, folks. Great job all around. Proud of you guys. Keep it up. You deserve it. Congrats on the hard work. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and ring-a-ding that thing to stay up to date whenever I drop a new video. You can follow me on Blue Sky or check out my Bandcamp in the description below. And don't forget to tell me about your favorite video game bar in the comments. I want to wish everybody a great day. Stay safe, drink responsibly, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Is that your gun you shot me with?